Will Mark be cool enough for the hottest job he's ever had? Will Marcia be running away to the circus or joining a TV soap? And today's the day that Marvin faces his new life challenge. Find out what it is on Public Property. Public Property. It's the end of week 2 and already you've had a huge impact on the lives of our 7 participants. You've given Paul and Katie from Brighton the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become real stars. You've also challenged sisters Carla and Rebecca to make an impact on the fashion world. Will it be a model show or a muddle through? And Mark, our ex-teacher from Surrey, is still a long way from becoming a top-ranking DJ, but at least he's on track. And on the show today, we'll be meeting ex-million-pound businessman Marvin, who's been doing his mum's job for the week. All their lives are moving in new directions, and it's all down to you. Now, Marcia joined us yesterday to face her 3rd big decision. We caught up with the 58-year-old drama teacher to discover how she's been coping with being public property. Now, she admitted that she was getting a bit fed up with her Aussie lodgers, but she was confident of conquering her terror of taking to the roads. She told us that she wanted to set up her own drama school, so we thought she'd better prove she could do it herself. So we gave her the following options: to get a walk-on part in a TV soap, to set up a cabaret show at a holiday village, hi, or join a circus and become a star turn. Now, the one that she wanted was to produce the cabaret show at the holiday camp. You decided differently. You decided she should appear in one of your favourite TV soaps, and that's what she's got to try to do now. So let's look at how she took the news.
Oh, really? I'm really surprised. Having said that, I really pleaded for the choreographer cabaret, but then, while I've been thinking about it in the meantime, I thought, what have I done? What have I done? Because it seems such a mammoth task.
One step at a time, Marcia, one step at a time. Now, Mark gave up his career as a history teacher to join Public Property. His ultimate dream is to become a top DJ, so you decided to send him to work at a record company. Will he fit in? It's Mark's first day at the record company, where he hopes to realise his ambitions in the music business and become a DJ.
This week I'm actually really nervous because this job is a dream job for me, so this is exactly what I want to get into, so I'm really nervous that I might really actually cop this one up.
From what you're saying, you're a bit of a budding DJ and stuff as well, yeah? First and foremost, he's going to have to put in a lot of hard work, potentially a lot of long hours, especially if he's looking to pursue the DJing side of it.
I think he's had a hard week in a cab.
Right, well, it won't be quite as long hours as that, but it'll be a bit more physically demanding certain days. We're going to put you in the warehouse, we'll put you in the sales office, and we'll put you in this department here on the A&R side. Where possible, we're going to take you out to see a few people who we deal with as well. We're going to send you down to the airport to collect our imports along with one of our drivers. That'll be an early start for you. Yeah, just trying to give you a broad overview about what goes on within a record company.
Let's get on with it.
Excellent, I like that mentality.
We've got loads of stuff to do, let's get on with it.
I'll take you upstairs.
But if Mark thinks he's in for an easy ride, he's got another thing coming.
The hardest part for Mark is going to be to actually find himself DJ work, because it's a very competitive industry. We've got 40+ employees here, and about half of those are DJs, so there's a lot of competition out there. Yes, this will be your desk.
Your desk, empty. Empty desk at the moment.
But not for long.
There's your record box. Get ready to start. We'll set a couple of decks for you and away you go and see how you get on.
So how long am I going to be here for? A year, am I?
Well,
my instructions are tomorrow morning, be here at 9:30, don't be late, and get the tea on.
After a week slaving at the Greasy Spoon, that's something Mark knows all about. It's the end of his first day, and Mark's mate Dom has come round to catch up on how it's all gone.
I've got my own desk upstairs in the office, and they're going to put some decks on there for me.
Are you going to have a crazy DJ name?
I'm not going to have a crazy DJ name.
Oh, why not? What are you going to be? DJ Mark?
Yeah. Or...
You want people to come and see you?
Everyone used to call me Marky, so I reckon it should be just DJ Marky.
That's right.
It runs off the tongue, doesn't it? And it's, I mean, it's okay, fine. It's most probably a bit cheesy, but you know, there we go. Never mind.
So it's an early night for DJ Marky.
Oh, I'm so chuffed, I tell you, it's brilliant. I can't go to sleep now. I'm going to be sitting here all night, just like lying here. Happy as Larry, as they say. So, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he wants to be a DJ, not a cameraman. Strange colour. After the break, we'll be putting Marvin on the spot. Is he taking or giving the orders at the courier company where his mum Tina works?
Well, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you've taken a lot of your time out of your days. I know you have. So.
It's been a pleasure having you. You've come up with a couple of good ideas as well that we've implemented. So it has been nice having you here.
Oh, let's just have a hug, innit?
They're getting on very well. Find out more in a couple of minutes. Public Property, the show where you have the chance to literally change the course of people's lives. Now, on the first week of Public Property, you made ex-million-pound businessman Marvin from Manchester start paying back his debts by working as a dog's body. You then made him give his mum Tina a week off by sending him to do her job. So let's find out how he's been getting on at that. Here's Marvin. Now, Marvin, it has to be said, you weren't best pleased when the public decided you should give your mum a week off and do her job, but you did it. Was it at least good to be working again?
It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable that it wasn't something too taxing, yet it was something whereby I could sit down and actually do something, not scrub and clean and that kind of stuff.
So does it give me an appetite again to get back into the world of work? Because
I already had an appetite, but I just didn't have the motivation.
Right, you got it now?
Absolutely.
Good, okay.
Definitely.
Well, let's see how you got on then. What are you looking at there?
I'm looking at these faces.
You're looking at these faces. OK, well, these faces are going to have lots to say to you, but let's first of all see how you got on doing your mum's job for her. Here we are.
I think I'm going to get more out of this job.
Marvin's been doing Mum Tina's job working for Tony, and he had radical plans for the company.
I did a summary page so that without going through every single one of them and going into each file, simply look at the date of their expiry of insurance so we can chase them really quickly. Tony thought that was a tremendous idea. Didn't you, mate?
Hello, Bob.
See?
You'd have half my drivers on strike if you went off the way you did. Just calm it down.
Now Tina has come back to sort things out, and Marvin's available for other duties.
I had to slightly cut short my week off work because basically I'm irreplaceable here. They couldn't live without me, and as wonderful as Marvin thinks he is, I had to come in and do the job.
Right, Marv, we've had to bring your mum back in because she's key personnel and we do need her in. So what I want to do with you today is send you out, do a bit of driving, a bit of delivering, and it will help you to meet the public.
First job, it's a bit exciting just because I'm going up to the airport to somewhere I don't know. Then I'm going to have to go to Manchester University to one of 5,000 buildings and find who wants this flipping suitcase. And then up to Oldham. So, I mean, it's an easy one. Shouldn't be any problems. Shouldn't be any problems once I've got in the thing. This is cool. I'm out and about. This is the map I've got. Past the Hilton, let's go all the way around. Hi, I'm here to pick up from Silver Wings. Okay. Thank you.
All he has to do now is reunite the luggage with its owners. But first he has to find them. Time for a call to Mum.
Hi, darling. I've got my bags and I'm curious. From here, as I'm on the M60, would not... Okay, I'll have a look in the A to Z now. All right, bye. 7 Grosvenor Street.
For someone who used to run his own business, delivering lost luggage might feel like a come down. But a lot's happened to Marvin in the years since he went bust.
The last 12 months I haven't been a boss, I haven't been running my own company, I haven't had lots of staff. I've just survived. Right, here's the start of Grosvenor Street. And we can't afford to go past it because I do refuse to go around this block again. 7 Grosvenor Street.
Since becoming public property, Marvin's worked for 2 new bosses. First Terry, now Tony. But it's not changed his mind about what he really wants from life.
I think it would be imperative that ultimately I am working for myself. You have to think big, you have to be positive. There's no job security working for somebody else. I mean, there's no job security working for yourself if you're no good at it, but you have control of your own destiny. I can't find the place. But that's 10. That's the start of the road, and there is no 7. So I have at the moment a few projects that ultimately can make lots of money. But it's always a case of having enough time and having the people that can help you do what you need to do. Hello, good morning. I wonder if you can help me. I'm looking to deliver a bag to somebody at Grosvenor Street Building North.
Marvin's big idea is an internet business, which he hopes will make him a packet one day.
We've purchased a domain for every day of the year. At the moment, the internet doesn't cater for date specific, it caters for keywords, as in you'll use, say, Yahoo, Lycos, Excite, and you put in a keyword. Ultimately, what my project will allow you to do is when you put your URL in, i.e. www. You'll put a date, and the only information that you will find on that page is relevant to that specific date. And it's just so, I mean, it's so simple, yet will be so effective, and obviously the best ideas are the simplest. That's my calling. Brilliant.
But Marvin's got another good reason for wanting to make it in business again. A 3-year-old daughter called Millie. Although she lives with her mum, she's still a big part of Marvin's life.
I need to be able to provide my daughter with a private education. That was the first thing when I knew I was going to be a father that I thought, because a lot of my friends have had private education, something I was never in a position to have. And as much as that doesn't necessarily mean they'll be happy, they will be successful, but it's down to them. And I feel I would like to empower Millie to be able to have her own choices. Eastway. Oh. Stephen.
Hiya.
Hi, mate.
You alright?
You have a bag?
Okay, I might be able to have a shave and shower now.
Sorry.
Mission accomplished, and it's time to report back to base.
Oh yeah.
That's your lot for today, mate.
Excellent. How was my timing? Because I did drive dead fast.
You did.
I'm learning, I guess. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Oh, let's just have a hug, innit?
Well, Marvin, I have to tell everyone, you got a glowing report from Tony. He said you were efficient, intelligent, hard-working, and quite frankly, capable of an awful lot more. So you obviously got on really, really well there. But what you said in the film there was it's imperative for you to work for yourself. Why is that so important?
Some of the kind of grounding that I had in my late teens was in network marketing. And the whole philosophy of that is you have your own business, you have your own security, and you take control. Because my boss, if I had one, could wake up the wrong side of the bed and sack me. There is no control, whereas I'm the boss, then other people have to worry about me.
Yeah, but I mean, as you well know, there's also an awful lot of risk involved in having your own business because you've had a business that's gone down.
The rewards far outweigh the risk, as long as it's done properly.
So you're still confident you can do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this time I need the right people around me.
Who would you say your idol was then? Who'd you model yourself on?
Branson.
Richard Branson. Why?
Because, I mean, it's no good modelling yourself or looking up to somebody who hasn't done it or who can tell you how to do it but clearly hasn't really got a clue. He can not only spout about it, he's done it. And he continues to do it no matter what kind of industry he moves into. He's got this foundation, he's got his team of top management that can take on any kind of industry and
do you believe you've got it in you to be another Branson?
I'm actually better than Branson.
What makes you better than Branson?
Why do you ask such ridiculous questions? I mean, one thing that Branson didn't have was the failed to start. Branson was success on success on success. I can build success on failure, which has given me an insight into things that he won't have experienced.
Kensal, do you think that was such a stupid question of mine there as to why he thinks that he'd be better than Branson? Eleni?
He just answered stupidly again, really, didn't he? Like at the beginning of the programme, he was arrogant again from the beginning, but are you really arrogant, or is it just the front?
I think certain people see self-confidence as arrogance, and I think that's a real shame. And I think that is something that a lot of people in this country, if I was in America, people would be jumping up and singing hallelujah simply because I want to succeed. But in this country, I want to succeed, and I'm called arrogant, I'm called obnoxious. I mean, I know I've said that in the film, but that was kind
Your
of...
friends have said it as well, both of your friends, right at the beginning.
Well, actually, we've got one of his friends here, TJ, a good friend of Marvin's and has been for some time. What do you think?
He is arrogant to a point, but it's something that you shouldn't take offence to.
Yeah.
It's just how he is. He doesn't mean anything bad by it or anything like that.
Yeah.
It just comes out to some people that way. But if you know him, you know that he just wants what he wants.
Do you think, have you got something to prove, Marvin? I mean, you mentioned there in the film that you've got to think big and that you'd like to give your daughter a private education. Do you want to prove something to the world?
I need to prove to me, I need to prove to my mum, I need to prove to my family and friends who have believed and do believe in me. So, I mean, I don't feel I have anything to prove to the world.
Do you think he's going in the right direction, Sam, to prove it?
I think he's ultimately full of himself, but I think the only way you'll ever is just hard work. It's just, there's Richard Branson, everyone. Success comes from hard work.
Absolutely.
And I think you're a long way away from...
Sorry, can I just interject?
How you can compare yourself to Richard... How you can compare yourself to Richard Branson?
Because we're both human beings, so we can be compared. But in regards to hard working, obviously you haven't spent any time with me to see if I am hard working. When I had my company, I set the company up from my house with 3 people.
But
within 18 months I was turning over £1.5 million simply because
people around me.
Simply because
so you can't blame
hard.
them. You've got to take responsibility for yourself.
Okay, all right, Stella, what do you think?
Well, he emphasises that he needs the right team around him all the time. You don't need the right team around you. You need to have to portray yourself, and the right team will come to you. They will headhunt you.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
All right. Take that on board, Marvin?
They'll find you.
Sure.
You've got to come across. Your body language is wrong.
Just say something to that. I mean, the thing about the management team was actually when I read Richard Branson's autobiography, and one of the things that he says and having taken on lots of things from his book, is that you need to have this team of people that not only can you trust, and if I'm this great person and people come to me, how do I trust them? I trust people like TJ, who have been close to me at the moment. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that TJ is top-level management potential.
Sorry, TJ.
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm not saying he is, but it is imperative that I have people that are specialists and good at what they do. I am not a managing director.
Okay, well, let's call this to a halt just for a minute. There's one more question I want to ask you here, Marvin. You talked about this internet idea that you have, that you're working on at the moment. Do you really think you can make that work?
Yeah, absolutely. To the point that I did leave other things walked away from, simply because this pearl dropped on my lap.
Okay, all right. Well, I think we want to see how that pearl develops over the next 12 weeks. We want to see how you develop over the next 12 weeks. And that's why I think we should now unveil the options for your third big decision. So here they are. You know you've got to take on a lot of hard work. You've already said that. The council has told you that. I think these three options are going to push you. First one. You've told us your hero is Richard Branson, so we want you to go for a job in his business empire and see if you can impress the great man and see if he's impressed by the fact that you think he's possibly better than he is. Your second option is that you've got to hit a sales target, a very hard sales target, by selling ad space for a celebrity magazine. Now, the publishing business, you know, that's where you made your fortune, Marvin, so I'm sure you'll be able to persuade the big titles that you're the boy for them. If not, you can always flog space on a wall planner. Got to start somewhere. The third option is to pitch this blockbuster business idea that you've got, this internet idea, to a multimillionaire who's already been there, who's already done it, and see what they think of the idea. So there you go. Three options. If you've already made your mind up at home at what you think is the best thing for Marvin to do, then call the number next to your preferred option. Just quickly, Marvin, what do you think of those?
They're all better than last time.
They're all better than last time, no choices. TJ, what do you think you should go for as a mate?
Toss up between the first one and the third one. Richard
First one
Branson,
and
go
the third
working
one?
for Virgin and go pitch his idea, because
Okay.
I think he could do it.
Joe, what do you think?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You're enjoying the thought of them meeting, are you?
Yeah, it's a shame, because I think he really impressed a lot of people with the video, until you made a little comment like that about being better than Richard Branson.
All right, okay. I think we're going to
confidence.
Let's let the boy go. Let's let the boy go.
Brilliant.
These are the
That's
options for
brilliant.
Marvin this week. These are the options for Marvin this week. Decide which one you think that he should take and call the number now, because Marvin needs your help. Well, if you're still getting your heads around that at home, let's take the time to find out what our learned council members think. Council members, please join me in the inner circle and cast your votes for Marvin's options. They're thinking very hard about this. Lots of different ideas in the council today. But if they think that Marvin should try and work for Richard Branson, they'll vote red. You dial 0901 561 5001. All the numbers start the same. If they think that Marvin should sell advertising space, try and hit a sales target, they'll vote green. You dial the number ending in 5002. But if they think that he should try and pitch his blockbusting internet idea to a multimillionaire, they'll vote blue. You dial that number there, ending in 5003. So what do we think, council members? Have we got a decision here? We do. It's a split decision. First time. Either work for Branson or pitch this fantastic ideas of you, Marvin. Well, you look a happy boy with those two. Would you be as happy with the middle one?
Yes.
Selling advertising space? I think you should tell the viewers what you think.
Advertising space, been there, done that. These are two opportunities that either of them would be equally as wise for you to pick, just like the council did, so just go for it.
There you go. He's happy with one or three, but of course, the final decision is entirely up to you, so dial now. So, week 3 on public property, we'll be finding out whether Marcia will be appearing on one of your favourite TV soaps. Will Katie and Paul be judged in or out by the Pop Stars panel? And will Mark cut his own groove in the record business? And of course, Marvin's life is on hold until you vote. So get to a phone. And remember, you can influence other areas of their lives by logging on to the ITV website and clicking on public public property. Remember, they are your property, so take good care of them. We'll see you on Monday at the slightly earlier time of 5 o'clock. Have a good weekend.